It's Sunday, and it's such a beautiful Sunday. It's absolutely gorgeous outside, and I'm happy to be here with you for a Sunday afternoon cup of joy. So come on in. When you find it, share it. Let someone know that you want to see them and talk to them and find out how they're doing. So let me take a minute and I'm going to share. I'm going to share this out. And I ask that you do the same. Okay. So first of all, mute my phone and then find you on Facebook. And there we are, sharing it now. So hopefully you guys will get the link and you can jump in here. So come in and check in and let me know how you are doing. Okay, done and done. And let's get started. Let's get this party started. And we do that by going into our hearts. So come on in with me. When you put your hand on your heart and slow down your breathing, everything comes to a really good balanced place. And then let's just breathe. Breathe in love and breathe out love. Breathe in light. Breathe that light back out into the world. Breathe in peace. Breathe in joy. And just bring everything inside of you to a good place where you are connected in. It's like you put the plug in the plug-in, right? The plug-in in the plug. And so everything is balanced. Everything is happy. Take that deep breath in. Good afternoon, Deirdre. Thank you, thank you. And good afternoon, Kim McElwain. So glad that you all are here. And let's do some affirmations. That is our jam here on the Cuppas. We do affirmations every day. Things like, I am worthy. Good afternoon, Annie. I am enough. Good afternoon, Pat Moss. I am worthy. I am healthy. I am happy. I'm abundant. I am prosperous. I am a P for peace. So what is yours? What's your I am affirmation today that you'd like to share out to the world and share out with the P's? To share whatever it is. Sue Sullivan, good afternoon. I'm so happy you're here. Yes, I have a summer do and I'm loving it. It's easy breezy. And that's what I'm all about these days. Annie, I am enough. I am worthy. I am healthy. I am healing. I am a spark of the divine. I love your I ams. Deirdre, I am a member with my P's in a ministry for peace. That is absolutely what we are. And Sue, I am a guardian. Yes, indeed. We are all guardians of our Mother Earth. And every day now we have been setting intentions. And those intentions are for more balance, more peace, more calming of the weather, of storms, of whatever may be happening that feels out of balance. But Mother Earth knows what she's doing. We're just going to give her a little dose of love every day and set the intention that we are seeing more peace in our world and more love and more joy. Kathy Hand, good afternoon to you. All right, so how are you doing? Do a little check-in. We've been doing those affirmations close to 500 days together. I can't remember the exact number, Deirdre, but I know Deirdre keeps it for us. So, how are you? What's going on in your world today? I have already been out for a walk with the new little doggie that I am pet sitting. Don't know if she will make an appearance or not. Her name is Princess Charlotte, and she is a princess. She's also known as Charlie, and sometimes she comes when she's called. Sometimes she comes when I'm talking just to see who I'm talking to or what I'm doing. She's very curious, this little one, and she spends a lot of time in her palace upstairs. So she might come down the stairs behind me. I don't know. Your puppy's sitting also, Sue. Don't you love it? Yeah, Charlie is, I think she's about a year and a half, maybe. I was there when her mama picked her up as a wee little one, and you could barely see this little fluff. She was so tiny, and now she's grown into quite the little princess. So I'm hoping she'll make an appearance sometime this week. I'll be here all week with her, and hoping that she'll come down and bless us with a Charlie blessing. That was day 496. Thank you, Deirdre. I knew we were getting close. And Pat Moss, I am grateful and content. Yes, indeed. I love that. So, Annie, you're having a nice, quiet, and relaxing Sunday. Yay. Well, thank you for coming into Cuppa with me. I'm going to be doing some messages. First, though, let's see what Kuan Yin has to say to us. Kuan Yin says, unpredictable grace. It is not lack of courage that makes you question the path before you sometimes. It is uncertainty. There's no need to doubt, just steps to take, one after the other. And as you do this, all can then unfold as it must, with the blessing of my powerful, if unpredictable, grace. Don't we love grace? Sometimes I just ask for things to come through for me with ease and grace. And it happens. And when we get in the flow, when we get into alignment, it happens even more easily. The message from the angels last night is called Out of the Zone. And it talks about getting out of your comfort zone so you can grow, so that you can experience what you are here to experience. Sue, your pet's sitting a 4-year-old dachshund. I love them. Very well trained. He could be an agility dog. Oh, what fun that is. Kathy had a wonderful morning of doing some outdoor things like weeding, changing her little garden flags and outdoor bench cover. Bob mowed the lawn, which was totally overgrown. And then you cleaned up the bird feeder area, cleaned out your closet and drawers, and got a whole bag of clothes to take to the thrift store. Awesome. You had a lot of energy this morning, Kathy. That is great. All right. So I think I want to read I want to do story time because this was an important one for us all to hear. Roy T. Bennett said, you never change your life until you step out of your comfort zone. Change begins at the end of your comfort zone. That is such an important message for us to hear, for us to understand, that if we stay in that comfort zone, nothing's going to change in our lives. So let's see what the angels had to say. Comfort can be a beautiful place. It offers familiarity, security, and predictability. There are seasons in life when rest and stability are exactly what our souls need. Yet there comes a time when the very place that once nurtured us begins to limit us. What was once a safe harbor can quietly become an anchor that keeps us from selling toward our highest potential. Human beings are creatures of habit. We naturally gravitate toward routines that feel safe and familiar, whether it's the way we think, the relationships we maintain, the work we do, or even the stories we tell ourselves. Habits become pathways that require very little effort to travel. The challenge is that not every familiar path leads us where our hearts long to go. Real transformation rarely happens by accident. It begins with a conscious decision to choose something different. Ooh, that's an important message. It asks us to become willing to release what no longer serves us, even when we don't yet know exactly what lies ahead. Change is not always comfortable, but growth never asks us to remain the same. You know, when I was writing that, I'm going to stop reading for a minute. When I was writing that, I thought about plants and trees. If they stayed the same, we wouldn't have the beautiful flowers to look at and enjoy. We wouldn't have shade from the mighty oak and the other trees that grow from little saplings. So growth, you don't stay the same. You can't to be able to grow. So I love this conversation that I have with the angels. I've discovered that some of the greatest blessings in my own life began with a single courageous step into the unknown. Launching the Peace on Earth tour meant leaving behind the familiarity of home. Traveling to countries where I knew very few people required trust beyond anything I had experienced before. Speaking before audiences, writing books, beginning new classes, and even saying yes to opportunities that felt much bigger than I did, all of these required stepping beyond what felt comfortable. Had I chosen only what felt safe, I would have missed countless miracles, lifelong friendships, and moments that forever changed my heart. Fear often whispers, "Stay where you are. What if you fail?" But your soul quietly asks a different question. What if this is the very step that opens the door to the life you've been praying for? Perhaps today your comfort zone is simply an old belief that you are not good enough. Perhaps it is forgiving someone you have held resentment toward, trying something new, beginning a healthier lifestyle, or finally answering the calling that has been quietly tugging at your heart. Whatever it is, remember that every great journey begins with one small step. The life you dream of is often waiting just beyond the edge of what feels familiar. Dear angels, how do I know when it's time to leave my comfort zone? Good question. Dear ones, your soul is always growing, and growth naturally invites expansion. When you begin to feel restless, uninspired, or as though life has become too small for your spirit, pay attention. These are not signs that something is wrong. They are invitations from your higher self to become more of who you truly are. Do not wait until fear disappears before taking the first step. Walk with faith instead. We travel beside you every moment, illuminating the path one step at a time. You are never asked to leap the entire distance, only to take the next loving step that is placed before you. Trust that what awaits you beyond your comfort zone is not something to fear, but something to discover. There are gifts, friendships, opportunities, and expressions of your soul that can only be found when you are willing to grow beyond yesterday's limitations. Every step taken with love expands not only your own life, but also the light you bring to the world. The angels whisper, Your comfort zone is where you have been. Your purpose is calling you toward where you are becoming. Trust your wings. They were created for flight, not for staying inside the nest. Today, I promise to move forward from my comfort zone with ease. And I pray that all of us can do that. When I think of growth, I mentioned before trees, they don't remain saplings. They don't stay tiny on the earth. They have a mission. They have a mission to grow, to be tall, to send oxygen out into the environment, to provide shade from the sun, to blow so that the wind just refreshes us as we're out and about in nature. And I think about the birds. Those tiny little birds, when they're first born, they're ugly. There's no other way to put it. They are not pretty when they are babies. They're so tiny and they're so dependent on their parents to feed them, to shelter them, to keep them safe. But then they start growing and they get their feathers and they get their wings. They weren't meant to stay in that nest. It would get really crowded if those little birds became adult birds and they were all trying to share the same nest. They needed to go out into the world and find their own purpose in their own life and their destination. So it's the same with us. We come into the world as little babies, so dependent on everything. We're dependent to be fed, to be sheltered, to be kept safe. And then we start growing. We're not meant to just be stagnant and not venture out and see what this world is all about. So step out of your comfort zone. That's the big message of the day for all of us, to just get out there and see what's in the world and see what resonates with you in the world. If you stay doing the same old, it's always going to be the same. And you'll never find your purpose. You'll never be fulfilled when you don't venture out, whether that's physically outside of that zone or in your mind, in your beliefs, in the things that are keeping you tied down, that tell you that you're not enough, you're not worthy. That's one of the reasons we say those affirmations every day, so you can hear them, so you can see them, so that they make sense. That when we say, I am enough, I am worthy, we can feel that, and it gets us out of that mode of, I can't, or I'm just so limited. There's no way that I could do that. And I keep thinking, just like I wrote in that message, what if I had not said my yes? What if I had heard, go do this mission? And I said, I can't. I don't know how. I don't have the resources. I can't afford it. What if I said that? There wouldn't be a Cuppa. There wouldn't be all of this wonderful adventure of building a grid of light throughout our country and other countries. You never know what will happen when you say your sacred yes. So I'm encouraging all of us to this day make a commitment to say your yes. And say it to yourself. You don't have to say it to me or anybody else or even to God. Say it to yourself that yes, I will step out of my comfort zone today. I will do something a little bit different today. Maybe I'll take a different route to work or to the grocery store. Maybe I'll go to a different grocery store. Maybe I'll go meet somebody today and share with them my light and share with them that they are worthy, they are beautiful, they are enough. It only takes one word, one smile to lift someone who's stuck in their comfort zone of not believing in themselves. All right, so we had Julie Kiss come in, and yes, Sue Sullivan, those baby birds, I love them tremendously, don't get me wrong. but there's nothing pretty about them. They have no feathers. They're totally bald. Their eyes are closed. And then they start growing, and they grow into these miraculous creatures that we all love to see and hear and watch as they fly through the air. Good afternoon, Jennifer Langren. And Julie's saying her sacred yes. I love that. All right, let's see what our Yogananda has to say. These 3 instructions plus meditation contain the only rule of life that any disciple needs: detachment, realization of God as the giver, and unruffled patience. As long as we fail in any one of these 3, we still have a serious spiritual defect to overcome. What a great method, a great recipe for growth, right? For growing out of our comfort zone and getting into the right attitude. Detachment from those thoughts and those ideas that you're not enough. Detachment from things that are holding you back and holding you down. When I first heard the message that I was going to be going on a mission, on a peace mission, and I heard so clearly from the angels, release everything, get rid of everything that you're attached to, everything that's holding you back. And I'm going, everything? Can I keep this? and it's that detachment that holds us back. It's that detachment that's a prison for us and holds us down. So if we can lose that attachment to things that we think are so important. Yes, Sue, I love that. Stop your clinging. Stop clinging to things that, when we leave this world behind, those things we have to leave behind anyway. They're not going to have any way of going with us, of traveling to our spirit place after we leave our human body. So detachment, realization of God as the giver. When we realize that there's a power beyond us, that there's something greater than this human body and this human experience, then we can finally say, okay, I understand. I understand that I'm here. I'm here on purpose. I was created to live a life that's not meant to just sit in a rocking chair and let life pass me by and let everybody else do whatever needs to be done to heal our planet or to bring forth great messages or to lead. I'm meant to do. And we realize that God is the one that gave us that nudge, that gave us the information that we need inside of us. It's all there. And unruffled patience, that might be the biggest of our tests, right? I am not a patient person. A lot of people say I am. They say I have the patience of a saint. But trust me, when something is not working the way I think it needs to work, I can get very impatient. And yes, I can throw things on the ground and say, I'm done with that. I can't. And I go into that I can't mode instead of trust mode. I don't know if I shared with you all the experience I had with the tent. I think I shared it with my friend Denise. So part of the Peace on Earth tour took me to a place called Valley of Fire. And I had bought a tent before I had left, so I knew that I was going to be probably being places where I needed that tent. I had not opened it. It was brand new in the box. So I got to the camping place, and I opened the box, and I opened the tent tried to set the tent up. It was supposed to be one of those deals where you open it and unleash it and it just pops up and you have a tent. Well, it didn't work that way. It didn't cooperate. And I struggled and I tried to force it, and I did everything I knew to make this tent work. Wasn't going together. I threw it on the ground. I did. I said, all right, God, angels, if you want me in that tent out of the elements tonight, then you send somebody to help me, because obviously I can't figure it out. It's supposed to be so simple, but I just can't do it. So I sat down at the picnic table and I just sat there, had a cold drink, and cooled down a little bit inside and outside. And this lady comes walking down the road. It's a gravel road, so I heard her footsteps. And I had the sign on the side of my car that said Peace on Earth Tour. And she saw it, and she saw me. So she came up to say hello and to ask about what that was. So we had a great chat, and she was getting ready to leave. And I said, would you mind helping me with my tent? And she gladly helped. She tried to help. Between the two of us, we still couldn't get it done. And she said, you know what? This isn't put together right in manufacturing. They made a mistake in how they sewed one part of it together. She said, if we had scissors and needle and thread, I could fix it for you. But of course, neither of us did. So I slept in my car that night, and not in a tent. But just the fact that the angels they heard me when I was so frustrated, when I said, all right, I tried my best. I did my best. I really did give it a good effort. And now I need some help. I need someone that can help me to try to put this thing together the right way. And they sent this woman. I mean, it was not immediate, but it was within a few minutes of me saying that to the angels. And I said it in frustration, but I also said it in, I realized this is something big. This is not just about a tent. This is not just about me being incapable of putting this together myself. And they listen. They always do. They always listen. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I took the tent, threw it away, and bought a new one that did work, that I could put together with ease and grace. So a little bit of story time there and a sidetrack. So I hope you enjoyed my story of my frustration and my reaching out and saying, hey, I need a little help here, angels. And they do bring it. They bring it whenever we ask. It always appears. It may not appear in the way that we think it's going to. It may not always be the perfect outcome, as you hear me explain that it wasn't me. It wasn't something that I couldn't do. It was a defect in the material. But I didn't know that. And so sometimes we don't know that what we are struggling with, that it's not going to be the exact outcome of what we think it's going to be. And sometimes an angel shows up. They just appear and say, here, let me help you with that. So thank you. I'm glad you loved my story today. It was quite the experience. That was my first night in the Valley of Fire. And I loved it there. I spent the whole week there. And that night that I spent in my car, I was awakened at around 5 o'clock in the morning. I think it was 4:30, 5 o'clock. I heard footsteps on the gravel. And I thought, who the heck is out this early walking in this campground, walking down the little hill where I was parked? And I looked out, and it was a mountain goat. And it was the most beautiful little mountain goat, and it came right up to my car, and it stood there, and I got out and talked to it, and it let me take pictures. I think it was probably expecting a treat, but I didn't have anything to feed it. But it was such a beautiful encounter that early in the morning. It started my day off in such a perfect way to be in nature and just to have that experience happen there. All of that experience, that whole week. I know many of you might remember that week. I was off grid. I didn't have any, I didn't have any phone. I had no internet, no Wi-Fi. And that was the week that Auntie Jean and Gracie stood up and did Cuppa for that week. If you remember, that was, oh gosh, what was that, like 4 years ago, I think? 4 or 5 years ago. And what a beautiful experience I had there, just communing with nature and God, and seeing all the beauty. And the angels kept me there so that I could refresh and just find what more of my mission was, because at that point I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm still traveling, I'm still doing land blessings, but I don't know the bigger picture. So it was really cool. Yeah, better than a mountain lion. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure there were mountain lions out in that area. It was in Nevada, and beautiful red rocks. What a great area. I remember showing you all pictures and video from there. All right, so Julie, it happened to you once. It was left at the state fair with no ride home, 45 minutes away. God sent me a man who brought me all the way. God heard me crying for help home. Always. We are never alone. That's one of the messages that the angels always give us. You are never alone. And I trust that. This whole journey that I've been on is about trust. My whole life, every journey that I've had has been about trust. And when I step away from me, from my ego, my desires, my way of thinking that it has to be this way, everything falls into alignment, and it's beautiful. All right, let's do some whispers. Let's do some messages through our little Whispers of Joy book. So whoever wants a message for you today, just put a number in and I'll pick out a message just for you and see what the angels have to say about it. And then we'll set our intention, as we've been doing every day, the intention for our beautiful Mama Gaia, and do prayer time and get on with our day. Because I'm also, in addition to taking care of Princess Charlotte, I am taking care of the 2 little kitties that I sometimes go and look in on and take care of. So I'll be leaving here right after Cuppa to go to do that. Andrea, page 19 for you, dear one. Let's see what the angels have to say to you. Oh, Julie, have a wonderful day with your family. Love you so much. Thank you for coming in. And Brookie, good afternoon. All right, that was page 19 for our Andrea Gregg. This moment, this breath, this heartbeat, this awareness is a holy invitation. It is the place where healing begins, where joy is birthed, where eternity meets your soul. Step fully into it. Let it be enough. Let it be everything. The door to all moments is open. Walk through it. Andrea Gregg. I just feel this message for you. I feel that you are on a precipice. It's like you are standing there so ready to receive your blessing. Oh, excuse me. I couldn't hold that one back. But I think that was also the message. Don't hold back. Let it go. Whatever it is that's stopping you, let it go, because that door is just waiting. It's already ajar. It's already standing wide open, ready for you to come through it. But there's something stopping you, Andrea. And so I say, whatever that is, go back to the message from Yogananda. That very first step in your growth is detachment. Detachment is an attachment to things, whether it's an idea, a belief, a thought that you're not worthy or you're not enough. That's what keeps you from your miracle. So it's time to detach and let go. And when you do that, you're going to see such incremental growth in your life. And I love this message for you. I hope you resonated with that. All right, so let's see what was next. That was for Andrea. And we have Kathy Hand with page 7. Need a little more light because I'm having to squint at this even with my glasses on. All right, page 7. God never intended for you to live in self-doubt or insecurity. He created you to shine, to love, to be loved, and to walk confidently in your divine worth. So today, take a deep breath and stand tall. Let go of the reins. Sorry. Let go of the reins inside and out. No. Let go of the voices inside and out that tell you that you are not enough. Instead, listen to the voice of truth, the angelic whispers, and the love of your Creator. You are enough. You are loved. You are worthy. So when I said the wrong word, it wasn't the wrong word. Let go of the reins. And years ago, I was holding on to things. I was holding on to memories and to hurts and to a belief that I wasn't enough. And when I heard the message from the angels, it was actually let go of the crutches, which is the same idea. Let go of whatever you are trying to control something with. So let go of the reins, Kathy. I think that is your message. Even though it wasn't the exact words, it's what they're saying now. Let go of that need to control, whether it's yourself, situations, others. Just release that. And when I put down the crutches, the crutch of anger, the crutch of insecurity, the crutch of believing that I was small, that I couldn't rise up to the occasion, miracles started happening in my life. And that's when everything turned around. That was when they brought through the beautiful healing modality of time heals. So let go of whatever it is that you're attached to and you're holding on to so tightly. And that's your message today, Kathy. Okay, Brookie, page 22. I love 22. It's a miracle, magical master number. Good afternoon, Catherine Kovacs. All right, so on page 22, Brookie, your power is not in what you control, it's in what you remember. You are divine, eternal, and radiant. Shine, dear one, shine. Kind of the same message that Kathy got, Brooke. And so I hope you were listening to her message as well. When we feel like we have to control, then that's our ego. That's us saying, I got this, right? And I tell the angels sometimes, I'm going here. I'm going to do this. I have this planned out. And they just patiently wait for me to get the message that, no, you're not. so a lot of times I say, I make plans and God laughs. And that's exactly the way it is. When we try to control something, the angels don't say, nope, you can't do that, or they're not going to yank something out of your hand or out of your head. They're going to wait patiently. So if we always check in with them and we say, okay, I have this thought, angels, I have a thought, and I want to know what you think. And is this the right thing for me? Is this in alignment with my journey here on earth? They'll let you know. So you're here to shine. You're not here to be knocked down or to think that you're too little to do something. No, we are all huge. We are huge. I watched a documentary. It was not a documentary so much as a story about someone's life. And it was a true story. And when someone would ask him, this main character, how are you or how are you doing? His answer was always, every time, his answer was, I am huge. I am huge. Be huge today. For all of you listening, anyone who's hearing this, let that be your response to spirit when you're asked by anybody, how are you? How are you doing? I am huge. Because we are. We really are. We're not here to play small. We're not here to not be able to rise to an occasion. We're here to be huge in our mission and in our spirit. Okay, beautiful messages. Page 17. Oh, I want to see what Sue has to say. I want you to know I can come in this room all wound up and settle down within minutes. That's the power of God. That's the power of the angels and the power of spirit. How it just calms us and brings us to a balance inside, a peaceful place inside of us. Thank you for sharing that, Sue. All right, page 17 for our Kim McElwain. I'm so happy you're here today, Kim. All right, page 17 says, walk your truth, dear one. The seeds you plant with your light will bloom when the season is right. You know, we struggle sometimes with that patience. How did Yogananda put it? Unruffled patience. I struggle with it. I think probably everyone here, if you're human, if you're living a human existence, you struggle with patience. But when we can be still and know that it's not what we are doing, it's what our mission is, and us listening and being guided in that mission. It's not an ego thing. Patience is an ego thing, or impatience. Sorry, I said that wrong. Impatience is our ego saying, when will it happen? When will we get there? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Unruffled patience says, it will happen when it happens. It will happen in divine timing. I cannot tell you how many people I have ministered to, counseled, coached, inspired, and motivated that just don't think that they can. They say the words, I can't, so thoughtlessly. It's a habit to say, I can't. And I always say, divine time. If you're not seeing the answer to your prayer, if you are not seeing the evidence of things coming to you that you desire in your heart, then it's not the right time. And maybe it's not even the right request. Maybe it's just something your ego says, ooh, I'd like to have that. You know, that bling that gets our attention and distracts us. But maybe that's not meant for us. Maybe you're not meant for a blingy life. Maybe you're meant for the gold or the coal or whatever is not saying, look at me, but it's something that will keep you stable and keep you grounded and keep you at peace. So patience, dear ones, that is our big project, right? Our big mission is unruffled patience. Okay, so I think that was all the numbers I saw out there, and we're going to go into our setting of intentions now. Kathy says, I love it, just like I weeded through my closet, letting go of what no longer brings me joy. Yes, indeed. Such a great thing to do, to declutter. Brookie, giving up on a big project because I need some help, was really hoping to get it done, and it even had me in tears for a moment, but I can wait. I will wait for help. There you go, Brookie. Just lose that ego thought that it has to happen in this moment. It has to happen now. And just put it out there. If you want me to do this, God, then give me what I need as far as the help to get it complete, and it will be complete. And Kim says, I am unsure what to speak and not speak. And that's when we have to trust and tune in and ask of our higher self, what do I need to know? What do I need to say? What do I need to do? Just ask for that help. Okay, so intentions. As we think about Mama Gaia, all the things that are happening, there's wildfires everywhere. I love Deirdre sharing the story of the lightning strike on Staten Island, and it created fire. Thank you for sharing that, and I'm glad you're safe and that it didn't develop into some of the crazy fires that are going on out here in the West. The smoke is unbelievable, and I'm having a big reaction to it with my sinuses and headaches and sneezing. My body is trying to declutter it out of me. So prayers for that, and intentions for our earth to come into balance. And let's set some of those intentions. Deirdre, I intend to keep telling Mama Gaia to take what she needs from my heart and help heal, however much it is. So together as a group, let's set that intention that we can send love to Gaia, and she receives it. She takes what we are sending. She takes that intention that we are giving out for her to come into balance, for her to straighten things out as only she can. And I'm going to play just a minute of The Earth is Our Mother. And we're loving this song. We're learning this song. And we're going to be singing this song when we gather together in October. So listen to these words. Take them into your heart. And as you do so, see what your intention is to help our Earth Mother.
The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. Hey Anna ho Anna, hey Anna, hey Anna ho Anna, hey Anna.
Okay, so as we think about our Earth planet, all that's going on right now, let's send an intention of love right to the very core of Gaia, an intention for healing, an intention for balance. We're going to take just a moment as we focus in now on sending from our heart to Gaia's heart and see her receiving what she needs to heal. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who shared from your heart. I know, I trust, I believe that Mama Gaia is responding to us. I think that everything that we send forth in these moments of silence is helping to raise the vibration of the planet. And Catherine, we do this every day now. We have a moment of silence. So if I'm not saying anything, it's because we're all bonding together with our love and our hearts to heal our planet. And we'll continue to do this every day on Cuppa, whether it's the afternoon or the morning Cuppas. And I felt in that moment that the earth was receiving, that what we were doing is important. It does matter. It does make a difference. So thank you to all who lent your energy to come together to bring more peace, more love, more joy, and more balance into our world. All right, let's do our prayers. If you have a prayer request, put it in the comments. We lift each other through prayer, through love. Kuan Yin says love is the energy that heals. Yogananda says love is what will create healing inside of each of us. And the belief that we have in that is what starts the healing process. It's where each of our cells in our body respond and take notice and say, hey, what am I doing here? What am I thinking? I need to get to work. I need to start healing. I need to start mending. So the same idea that we do with our Earth Mother, this planet that we're inhabiting, we do with our bodies. We send love into them. So if you have something going on that needs healing, then let us know that so we can send more love into you and start that healing process within. I'm reminded of Blue Jean's friend, Mark. I'm reminded of Auntie Jean, lifting her up for complete healing. We have several of our Ps going through challenges and the aftercare from receiving treatments or surgeries. So lifting everyone up. We have some that are getting ready to go through their treatments and their surgery. And I'm thinking of our Kathy Hand, and Kathy sending you so much love right into that knee, preparing it for what's going to take place there coming up. And Catherine, I see you. I see you asking for prayers for you, and just please receive our love, because that's what's going to start the healing within, whether that's physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual healing. It all comes forth through love. Catherine, oh, thank you, Catherine DeSanti, for being with us and sending you healing, sweet one, and healing energy your way. Kim McElwain, let's see that rash disappearing. Let's see it going away with ease and grace, and whatever was creating the energy of it, let's see that cleared up and out of your energy field. And that's what I'm speaking over you right now, Kim, that you will begin the healing process through the love that you're receiving from us right now today. And each moment is what I'm hearing. With each moment that you hold that love in your heart and love on your body, it's going to start dissipating and becoming less and less. Anyone else who needs prayer, just type it in there, and let's bring them all forth now. Just envision that we're all together in one place as we are, and let's hold hands and come from our heart. So I'd like for you to do this. I would love for you to place your left hand over your heart. The left hand is receiving. So let's receive love from the divine. See it coming down as white light right to your heart center. White healing light, which is pure unconditional love. I see you, Brookie. So wherever you are needing healing, I want you to place your other hand, whether that is your heart, your shoulder, your knee, your back, your belly, whatever it is that's a discomfort for you right now. And Kim, I understand yours is all over. So just place your hand there in your abdomen area and intend for it to spread to the whole body. And let's take some breaths in. And I heard this just this morning, that our breath is a praise and a prayer to God. With the in-breath, it's Yah. So, Yahweh. Saying the name of God with your breath. And God, right now, we're praising you. We're praying to you for healing for each person right now that's breathing in and out your name. With the in-breath, Yah. And the out-breath, Way. Yahweh. Our Creator. The greatest existence that is. Yahweh. We ask for healing from you. We ask that each person who is intending for their body to receive love, to open up their hearts to receive it right now with that hand that's placed on the heart. Breathe in Yah. Breathe out Way. God, we come to you with our humble hearts, and we come to you with trust and faith and belief that all things are possible, that healing is possible through your unconditional love for us. Thank you. We love you. Thank you for miracles. Thank you for helping us heal our planet through our intentions, through coming together daily to breathe life and love into our planet. We pray for peace on our earth. We pray for every nation and every leader of the nations to understand that love is what heals, and coming together to love their countrymen enough to want peace for them. We ask that you place that burden on each of our world leaders. Help us, God, to love and respect each other and our planet. May peace flow into our hearts in this moment. May peace fill our room where we are and our entire homes. May peace flow outside of our homes into our communities, into our nations, into every waterway, all of nature, and fill our planet with a blanket of peace. Thank you, Yahweh. Om Shanti. Om Peace. Amen. Thank you, everyone who came in today. Thank you for loving each other. And I pray that you received a blessing from being here. And oh, I love that song, Kathy. Yahweh, I know you are near, always standing by my side. Absolutely. All right. This has been wonderful being with you today. And let's sing. Let's sing a song with our Brookie and Leo and sweet little Max Man. Up, up, up. Well, let's go into our hearts. Hand on your heart center. And slow down your breathing.
Higher, higher, higher yet. Beyond the clouds, past the sun, that's where we're headed. By the power of the Spirit, guided by purpose, raising consciousness. Up, 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 we gonna raise the vibe, high and high, till we touch the sky. We don't need no wings to fly. Up, 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 we gonna raise the vibe, high and high. Set your intentions, we off to another dimension. Up, 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 we go, and love lead the way. Up, 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 we go, no time to hesitate. Up, 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 we go, and it feels so good. Up, 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 we go.
Let's breathe in love. And breathe that love out into the world.
There was a time when I didn't know what to do. I'd focus my mind on things that just made me blue. No reason, no rhyme, making the negative true. I didn't know what else to do, but then I found my groove. We're going up, 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 to a higher plane, up, where we can't complain, up, where we can't refrain from anything bringing us down. Up, to a higher plane, up, where we can't complain, up, where we can't refrain from anything bringing us down.
Up, 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 we gonna raise the vibe, high and high, till we touch the sky. We don't need no wings to fly. Up, 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 we gonna raise the vibe, high and high. Set your intentions, we off to another dimension. Up, 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 we go, and love lead the way. Up, 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 we go, no time to hesitate. Up, up, we go, and it feels so good. Up, up, we go. We going higher, higher, yeah. We going higher, higher, yeah. We going higher, higher, yeah.
Thank you, little Max Man. We love you so much. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day, and be patient. I think that was a huge message for us today. Be patient and stop playing small. Step into your mighty power. Remember, I am huge. Keep that in your mind every time that you think about how you're doing. I am huge, because we are. Our spirit is absolutely huge. I love you. I'll be back tomorrow morning for the morning cuppa. Bye for now.